Welcome to the video replay for Double Up Trivia for October 18th, 2020. This video just contains the questions and answers, but the actual live trivia event airs every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific on twitch.tv/yearofglad. It's free to play, so go ahead and join up next Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific. But for now, let's go ahead and look at a replay of last week's trivia content, starting with round number 1. There are 8 questions in round 1. In the normal trivia event, teams get all 8 questions before they have to submit any answers. But for this video, I'm just going to do a question and answer, question and answer. If you need more time to think about it, just go ahead and pause the video after each question. Round 1, question 1 this week. The small village of Beal na Blyth was the site of the 1922 assassination of what revolutionary and politician? That Irish village was the site of the assassination of Michael Collins. Round 1, question number 2. The drawing at right from the March 20th, 1913 edition of the New York Evening Sun is a parody of a painting by what French American? And that drawing was titled Rude Descending a Staircase. It is a parody of the painting Nude Descending a Staircase by Marcel Duchamp. Round 1, question number 3. What gambling game in which each player gets 7 cards and creates a 5-card hand and a 2-card hand in an attempt to beat both of the dealer's hands is based on a gambling game played with Chinese dominoes? That gambling game is based on the Chinese dominoes game Pai Gow, and the card game is Pai Gow Poker. Round 1, question number 4. What beverage, invented during World War II due to embargoes against Germany, gets its name from a brainstorming session in which salesmen were instructed to use their imaginations in order to come up with a new name? That beverage, which gets its name from the word for imagination in German, is Fanta, from the German for fantasy. Round 1, question number 5. What stage actor of the 1800s was considered by some to be the greatest Hamlet of the 19th century, although his fame today is overshadowed by that of his younger brother? That stage actor was Edwin Thomas Booth. Of course, his younger brother was John Wilkes Booth. Round 1, question number 6. Music producer and DJ Christopher Comstock uses what stage name? A homophone of the English name of Althea officinalis, a plant whose root is used to make herbal medicine, among other things. That plant and the DJ's pseudonym is Marshmallow. Round 1, question number 7. The flag of what country features a trident of Poseidon without its staff to represent the country's break from its status as a British colony? And that country is Barbados, and there's the flag of Barbados. Round 1, question number 8. In a 1933 film adaptation of an 1897 science fiction novel, the protagonist's face is almost never seen. The protagonist of a 1953 novel is never given a name. What 2 words are shared by the titles of the 2 novels? And for a bonus 2 points, teams could give the authors of the 2 novels in question. And those 2 novels are Invisible Man and The Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison and H.G. Wells. So the 2 shared words are, of course, Invisible Man. That's the end of round 1. That brings us to the speed round, which for this week, the speed round was Data Dash. In the Data Dash round, teams are given 2 minutes to give numerical answers to 4 questions. And teams are awarded points based on who is the closest to the correct answer, the next closest, and so on. The 4 questions for this week's Data Dash round. In what year was the song Georgia on My Mind written? Question number 2. How many Major League Baseball players have at least 3,000 career hits? Number 3. Lake Baikal is the world's deepest lake. What is the maximum depth in feet of Lake Baikal? And what percentage of Earth's land is found in the southern hemisphere? And the answers to the 4 Data Dash questions this week. Georgia on My Mind was written in 1930. There are 32 players with at least 3,000 career hits. The maximum depth of Lake Baikal is 5,387 feet, and 32.7% of Earth's land is found in the southern hemisphere. That brings us to round 2, which works exactly the same way as round 1 with 8 questions. And here is round 2. Question number 1. What word can be used to refer to a small sturdy horse, a hazelnut, an adult male swan, and a spider, specifically an orb weaver spider? That short word is cob. And the use of it to mean a spider is the origin of the term cobweb. Round 2, question number 2. The abduction and murder of a 20-month-old from his home in New Jersey, a crime for which Richard Hauptmann was executed on April 3, 1936, spurred the passage of a law colloquially named after what person? And that law was named after Charles Lindbergh Jr. It's known as the Lindbergh Law, but officially the Federal Kidnapping Act. Round 2, question number 3. What Somali-born British long-distance runner won gold medals in the 2012 and 2016 Olympics in both the 5,000 meters and 10,000 meters and was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II? That British long-distance runner is Mo Farah, who won the 2018 Chicago Marathon with a time of 2:05:11, which was the European marathon record at the time. Round 2, question number 4. The name of what palace and fortress complex in Granada, Spain, usually includes the definite article the when referred to in English, even though the first syllable of its name means the in Arabic? That palace and fortress complex is the Alhambra. Round 2, question number 5. The title of what 1955 film was taken from the title of a 1944 book by psychiatrist Robert Lindner, subtitled The Hypnoanalysis of a Criminal Psychopath? And the answer is not Psycho, it is actually Rebel Without a Cause. And while they took the title from Lindner's book, they didn't really make any other reference to the book in the process of making the movie. Round 2, question number 6. What Duke of Bohemia, assassinated in 935, was almost immediately considered a saint and a martyr, and only given the title of king, the title most commonly associated with him today, posthumously? That Duke of Bohemia is the person that we know as Good King Wenceslas, or Wenceslas I. Round 2, question number 7. What name from the Latin name of Wales is given to the first geological period of the Paleozoic era, a period during which the first representatives of almost all modern animal phyla emerged? That is the Cambrian. And the Cambrian explosion was the time period during which monocellular organisms rapidly evolved into more complex multicellular creatures. And round 2, question number 8. The 3-digit number in the California Penal Code, which refers to the crime of murder, when expressed as a hexadecimal number, is the initials of what former chair of the Federal Reserve? And teams for a bonus 4 points could answer, when expressed in base 18, the same number is the name of a musical chord. What is the second note in that chord in root position? And that 3-digit number is 187. When expressed in base 16, it is BB, which are the initials of Ben Bernanke. And when expressed in base 18 is A7. And that is a chord which consists of A, C sharp, E, and G, so the second note is C sharp. That brings us to round 3, the last round of the trivia each week. In this round, this week teams were given 8 clues, and they had to give 5 answers to 5 of those 8 clues, and again, those answers were scored based on how rare they are. The rarer the answer given by the teams, the more points the answer is worth. The 8 answers to the clues on the following page all share a common theme. And again, what are 5 of the 8 answers? And here are the 8 clues. We'll take a look at the answers in just a few seconds. Again, go ahead and pause the video if you want some time to think about the answers. And here are the answers to this week's round number 3. The Egyptian god is Set. The title of Armand Jean Duplessis. He was a cardinal. He was Cardinal Richelieu. The last name of the IndyCar Series champion and Indy 500 winner was Will Power. The CBS Crime Series, starring Rob Morrow, is Numbers. The last name of the actor who played a film role which originated in a series of shorts by Mike Judge is Stephen Root, who played the role of Milton in Office Space. The common name of the baseball regulation regarding a runner's approach to second base, that is called the slide rule. The British youth subculture of the 1960s is mod, and printed books that are poor sellers, often marked with felt tip pens on the page's edges, those are remainders or remaindered books. And of course, all 8 of those numbers have the common theme of being related to mathematics. That is the end of this week's replay. Again, the actual live event is totally free to play, and it is every Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific at twitch.tv/yearofglad. Thanks for watching.